Referee Mike Chioda holding up that World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H, the defending champion. Edge, who thought he had his ticket punched to WrestleMania by making it to the final 3 in the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, with that being 8 nights ago, it was just not his night. But now, having this opportunity, the best you can do is take advantage of it and use it to bounce back. And not only bounce back, but leave with the gold. Nice fast-paced start from these two superstars who are feeling each other out in the early ongoings of this contest. Triple H, who has the Nature Boy Ric Flair in his corner. Edge in a little bit of a disadvantage in that factor, not, having to know that Ric Flair is in the corner of Triple H. And we've seen it time and time again. There's a reason that that Triple H has looked up to somebody like Ric Flair. Besides the fact that he is incredibly talented in the ring, one of the greatest world champions in history, has the record for the most reigns at 16 world titles. And that being, how perfect is it for Triple H to be world champion, have the greatest world champion in your corner? Ric Flair, known as the dirtiest player of the game. And that's why you got to be worried if you're the challenger. Triple H able to break free of that head scissor. Nice counter from the game. Edge starts to fight back out of the corner. But Edge, who dishing it right back as he sends Triple H to the corner, then the opposite one, and just driving his shoulder into the midsection of the game. That's over 200 pounds targeted right at the midsection. Oh, that's going to be a rough landing. Triple H, who was able to sidestep to get out of harm's way, and Edge smacked the steel ring post. And again, as Triple H sends Edge with more force into the opposite ring post this time. There's a reason they call Triple H the cerebral assassin. He knows when it's time to get down and dirty. And the title on the line, this match will continue. We are back on Monday Night Raw. We are here in Japan. It is all about the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's take a look at the high points during break as Edge sent Triple H over the top rope to the floor. And then get a look at this nasty thud as Triple H smacked the floor off that suplex. Now Edge looking for a suplex in the ring. Triple H blocked it and takes down the arm as Triple H. That armbar takedown takes down Edge. Both superstars are down. Who's going to get back up to their feet first? Triple H, who needed the counter to create the separation. Edge starting to come up. Triple H using the ropes to pull himself up. Edge, no ropes needed. But both are a little wobbly as they tee off on each other. Edge got a few extra shots in than Triple H, but Triple H pops back with a knee to the face. And went for the cover, but not quite enough to put Edge away. Edge, who's caught up by Triple H. And a head ringer. Edge knows how to play a little dirty as well. Edge gonna make his climb up the top as he scales the turnbuckles, measuring his man. And a missile drop kick from Edge as he looks to secure the world title. But Triple H able to get the shoulder up in the nick of time. And Edge, you saw it in his face, the little bit of frustration that's starting to build in and build up, thinking he had that world title won. Ooh, Edge comes back with a boot right to the face. But Triple H says, nah, that's how you want to play. I'm going to play it even further with a double-A spine buster. But still not enough to put Edge away. Edge has shown up and proven to be a formidable opponent for the world champion. And you gotta wonder, what's it going to take for Triple H to retain? Much the same as what's it going to take for the challenger to leave as world champion. You just saw Edge go for another cover attempt, but it did not allow the challenger to prevail in his efforts to leave as world champion. The fans here in Japan are watching very closely, seeing how this world title match is going to play out. Mike Chioda telling Edge to get off the turnbuckles, but Edge has his eyes set, but gets caught in the midsection. Could be time for a pedigree. Edge able to counter. He saw it coming and mastered the counter with a back body drop that lays out the champion. Edge could be going for it, even though the shoulder, and runs right into the high knee of Triple H. That could be enough to secure. It was almost enough to put Edge away, but almost enough. Does not leave you as world champion. Almost enough. Leaves this match in the process as these two are neck and neck, keeping up with each other, matching each other's energy. Triple H has that sleeper on Edge. Edge drops Triple H down on the mat, perhaps looking for a submission. The execution. And there it is. The game is about to be educated. Triple H is trying to scramble to the bottom rope. It could be over. It's Edge's variation on another Canada native in the Hitman Bret Hart. Triple H writhing in pain. Is he going to be able to fight free of this submission, or will he be forced to tap out and surrender the World Heavyweight Championship to Edge? Edge, who's fighting with everything he's got, but the world champion, with a last-ditch effort, able to find that bottom rope. Triple H was able to find a way. When there's a will, there's a way. And Edge dropping the game into the mat, and once again looking to return to that submission. But this time, Triple H spots it right away and not wasting any time. And went for that spear. But Chioda just got rammed right through by Edge. Edge, nice neck breaker from the challenger. Goes for the cover, hooks the far leg. But with the official down and out, there's nobody to count the pinfall. Edge, who unintentionally took out the official with a spear after Triple H was able to get out of harm's way. But this leaves Ric Flair with a steel chair to take on opportunity. Ric Flair tried to take matters into his own hands. Gets laid out by a spear from Edge. Edge sees the chair. Perhaps sees it as an opportunity while the ref is down. Strike while the iron is hot. And now the end could be near for the world champion, but Triple H realized danger was on the way as a backdrop suplex lays out the challenger. Triple H had to do everything he could to avoid being caught in the head with that steel chair. If Edge would have connected, it would have laid out the champion. Now it seems that Triple H is the one who's crawling towards that chair, but so is Edge. It could be a race to the chair that could be the difference maker in this match. This could be the decisive factor. What is this? Batista. It's the Royal Rumble winner. Edge was about to be, Edge was about to get his hands on that chair. Oh, Triple H knocked Edge off the apron into Batista, and I don't think that's going to fare well in the end. The world champion showing his battle scars as he limps towards Edge, gets the challenger back in the ring. Can Triple H capitalize on the opportunity now with Edge back in the ring? And it could be. Went for the pedigree. Bang! And Impaler plants Triple H into the mat. Triple H just had his pedigree countered into an Impaler DDT. The Golden Goose could be laid down as Edge looks to secure the World Championship and have his eyes set on WrestleMania. Opportunities like these don't come out every day, and Edge has certainly made the best of it as he looks for a spear. But Batista spine buster to Edge. Batista just came out of nowhere with a spine buster to Edge. And an interception that certainly changed the decision of how this match will go. Referee Mike Chioda, who's trying to get up the game using the ropes to pull himself up. In the corner, Edge using the ropes to get himself up. Everybody's looking worse for wear. And now the game finally connects with the pedigree. And that's going to do it. Far leg hooked. And referee Mike Chioda pulls enough energy to count to 3 as the game retains. Triple H is still the world heavyweight champion. Batista can be the one to thank for the fact that Triple H leaves as still world champion. I don't even think Triple H knows how he won. I think all he knows is that he did win. Being that Batista is helping hold Triple H up. Batista's taking a nice good look at that world title. That's your Royal Rumble winner. Nonetheless, Triple H is victorious and still your world champion.